Hi everybody, Talking Football here. Thank you for all my support on my last videos. I'm now just below 20 subscribers, I think. Doesn't sound a lot, but I do appreciate it. But today, I'm going to be showing you my League One 23-24 predictions. I haven't really watched the league, the last time Blackburn were in it was about 5 years ago. So I don't know too much about the league at this point. But, yeah. Don't judge me if I get a couple of teams in the wrong spot. And if you enjoy my content and this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off with the bottom half. In last, I have Wigan Athletic. Already on deducted points, -8, I think. All the players aren't getting paid. I don't think I can see them staying up. And I just think they're going to be really bad. In 23rd, I've got Northampton. Just coming back up from League Two. I don't even think they've signed anyone yet. But like I said, I don't really watch this league or League Two, but I don't think they'll stay up. In 22nd, just surviving the drop last season, I've got Cambridge United. They got lucky, they picked up a bit of form at the end of last season and they managed to stay up, but I think this is the season when they do go down. Getting promoted and staying up, I've got Leyton Orient. They're a good side. They won the league, I think. They've got a couple of decent players, and I think they'll stay up. In 20th, I've got Port Vale. I don't see them finishing any higher, but I also can't see them being relegated, so I don't really know what to say for Port Vale. They are a bit irrelevant, if you ask me. Sorry, Port Vale fans, if you're watching. In 19th, I have Carlisle United. Winning the playoff final last season on penalties. I don't know the score, but they had a decent performance throughout the playoffs, finishing 5th, I think, maybe 6th, beating Stockport. They're a decent side. I met someone the other week who supports them. He thinks they'll stay up, and I can say I think the same too. In 18th, we've got Burton Albion. I don't really know much about the club, but I don't remember them finishing that high or too low, so I do have them in 18th. Next, we've got Lincoln. Blackburn played them last season in pre-season. We beat them 1-0 away. They put up a performance. They weren't bad. But after this season, they didn't really perform that well, but I don't think they'll go down, so I do have them in 17th. In 16th, I've got Exeter. I have a mate who supports Exeter. Goes to the games. He definitely thinks they'll stay up. I think they'll stay up as well. They're just a bit of a boring team, to be fair, just mid-table. They're the Crystal Palace of League One. In 15th, I have Cheltenham. These couple of teams I don't really watch, but I do know that they aren't a playoff contender, and they're not a relegation, they're not in a relegation fight. So, the next 5 teams or so, that's why I've put them where they are. Next, we've got Charlton Athletic. They played United in the Cup last season. I don't know the score. I think it was 2-0. They did play good, though, but I don't think they'll get playoffs. They're not good enough. I think they also beat Brighton, but I'm not too sure. But I have them in 14th. Next, I've got Oxford. They have a weird stadium. 3 stands. It's just a bit weird, if you ask me. Lost to Arsenal in the Cup, didn't they? 4-0, 3-0. I think they'll stay up. They're just another mid-table team for me. Next, we've got Fleetwood. I'm going to Blackburn versus Fleetwood in pre-season. I guess I'll have a better view of where they'll finish after I've been to that game, but they're a solid League One team, and I think they'll finish just, right in the middle, just mid-table. It will be a solid season for them. By the way, just before we go into the top half of the table, don't forget, if you're enjoying my video so far, don't forget to subscribe and like it. Thank you. Just making the top half, I've got Shrewsbury. I don't know why I put them here. They're not that good of a side, as far as I know, but they've managed to sneak into 11th. In 10th, and also deserved, I have Bristol Rovers. Coming up last season, they've done a brilliant job. And if they get a couple more signings over the line, I think they'll be a solid team and a scary one. In ninth, many people are thinking these lot are going to go down. I have Stevenage just coming up in second place, I believe. I think they're going to have a brilliant season. I think they're going to do a bit of a Sunderland, not get the playoffs, but they're going to have a solid season in the League One. In eighth, probably a big shock, I've got Reading. They're not good enough. You know, if you ask me, Andy Carroll's too old. They've got a couple of decent players, you know, and that's it. So I don't think they're going to go back up. Forget get playoffs. In seventh, just missing out on playoffs, I've got Wickham. A big fall off last season, but I think they'll come back this season, but I still think they'll miss out. In sixth, one of the relegated teams, I've got Blackpool. I think they'll have an alright season, you know. Under whoever they've got as a manager, I don't actually know who, but I think they'll get playoffs. In fifth, I've got Peterborough. I can't believe they didn't make it to the playoff final. They were just shocking, but I have them to get playoffs again. Fourth, I have Derby County. A lot of people think they're going to get all tolls, but I can't really see it happening if they didn't even get playoffs. Third, I have Portsmouth. They've already made 9 signings this summer, and they're all quality players. They're not just making, you know, random signings. I think they're finally going to get playoffs. I don't know whether they'll go up. I don't know who will go up in the playoffs, but I think they'll finally make playoffs. For my top 2, I've got Bolton Wanderers in second place. They're a quality team. Just started improving last season, and I definitely think they will get automatics this season. And in first place, winning the league, I have Barnsley. Apart from the home kit this season, I will put it on the screen right now. Like, come on, what even is that? Apart from that absolute shambles, I do think Barnsley will piss the league. They've got a brilliant squad. They've made some signings already. They are just an all-round quality team with a lot of squad depth. And that will wrap up my League One predictions. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.